Hi everyone, welcome and thank you so much for joining me. This is Heather Lloyd Martin of SuccessWorks. If you watch my past webinars, you know I talk a lot about the importance of an editorial calendar. But then I realized I never talked about how to actually create an editorial calendar. And I wanted to do this because especially if folks are new to SEO content writing or if they are creating their own content, when I say the words editorial calendar, I know that it can sound like a really complex concept that people think that they have to have a special document and do things in a special way in order to track all of the content. And you really don't need to do it that way. I mean, certainly there are more complex to do it, but there is also a very simple way to create an editorial calendar that works for you and works for your team members. Now, the advantages of having an editorial calendar is that you can plan all of your content and then everyone is accountable. So it's not just a case of having the stuff in your head and you know that you have to write a blog post and optimize this page and create the sales page. You can actually lay out a schedule to where you know what pages you're going to write when, who is going to write the pages, who is going to upload the pages, so that way everyone knows what's going on and can fit it into their workload. So the first step when you're creating your editorial calendar is to make a list of your monthly SEO content goals. So this is just where you sit down and think, all right, what do I want to do this month? What new pages do I want to create? Are there some pages that I know I could edit for key phrases and make them a little bit better for search engines without destroying the conversion flow or the readability? Are there other types of initiatives that I want to take on? So maybe you know that your titles aren't the best, or you could play with your meta descriptions. So adding in those to the equation. And also what your content theme is for the month. If there's something that you wanted to promote, if there's something around seasonality that you want to talk about. So this gives you the time to plan. Now the key is here to think what is manageable for you to accomplish. It's easy for people to write down a list of 50 things that they want to do in a month, and the reality is that they can probably do about 10 of those. So don't overwhelm yourself. Think about what's important that you wanted to accomplish in that month and what you can actually do. The second thing, and this is the easy part, print out a calendar page or buy a calendar and you can use that document to start marking it up and planning when the content is due. You can also do this online if it's easier for you as well, but you can just work with an actual calendar page and think of the content initiatives that you were wanting to plan for and think, when do you want to start the project? Who is going to be the one writing it? Is it you? Is it someone else on your team? And then start thinking about deadlines. When do you want that first draft to be due? When do the edits need to be back to the writer? When is that final deadline and who is going to upload the page from there? So once you're done with it, you'll be able to look at your week and say, all right, every single week, these are the things that are going on. If after you've created the calendar, you realize that the schedule looks overwhelming, that you know you have a heavy week because of a trade show, or that you might have overestimated what you can do in a month, then it's okay to take some stuff off of the calendar. So you want this to be something that is manageable and is going to work for your team, not something that's going to drive everyone insane. Now, it might be that you want to get in a little bit more deeply and get more detailed. And that's cool if you want to do that. Some folks use an Excel document. And what they do is they list out on the Excel document in different columns the per page key phrase focus, the URL. They might have a working title for the document, what the call to action is. They might group their content by type. So they want to work on X number of sales pages a month or write Y number of blog posts. So certainly this is something that you can play with. And again, it's what works for you, it's what works for your team. There is no set way to create an editorial calendar, but it is good to have something that's workable because I guarantee you will be able to write so much more content, and that content will be even better because you will have the time to work on it, you know when it's coming down, and you'll be able to upload things on a very regular basis. So thank you very much. If you would like to learn more about SEO copywriting, please sign up for my newsletter. You can get either weekly or daily updates, and in return, you will receive my free How to Write for Google white paper. And if you have any specific questions about SEO copywriting or would like to contact me, you can reach me at heather@seocopywriting.com, or please find me on Twitter, and that's at Heather Lloyd. Thank you very much for listening, everyone, and have a great day.